Be a good son, just brother, spouse, tender, and good father. Be silent, or let thy words be worth more than silence. Concern should drive us into action and not into depression. Learn silence with the quiet serenity of a meditative mind. Listen, absorb, transcribe, and transform. Do not say a little in many words, but a great deal in a few. If you cannot have a faithful friend, be your own friend. He who sows the seeds of murder and pain will not reap joy and life. The person who is captured by his passions cannot be free. In anger, we should refrain both from speech and action. Friends are the companions on a journey who are to aid each other to persevere on the road to a happier life. If you can become an eagle, do not strive to become the first among the jackdaws. The great science of living happily is to live only in the present. Don't try to cover your mistakes with false words. Rather, correct your mistakes with examination. A fool is known by his speech, and a wise man by silence. Salt is born of the purest parents, the sun and the sea. Rest satisfied with doing well, and leave others to talk of you as they please. Above all things, respect yourself. A man is never as big as when he is on his knees to help a child. Silence is better than unmeaning words. Do not chase after happiness. It is always in you. Whatever they think of you, do what you think is fair. Be equally indifferent to blame and praise. Do not look back when leaving. Choose rather to be strong of soul than strong of body. Reason is immortal, all else mortal. Don't judge your greatness by your shadow at sunset. The oldest, shortest words, yes and no, are those which require the most thought. Legislation should be the voice of reason, and the judge should be the voice of the law. Educate the children, and it won't be necessary to punish the men. No one is free who has not obtained the empire of himself. No man is free who cannot command himself. What is convenient is not always done, and choosing error with knowledge of cause lacks no charm. Reason has been given to man to make him recognize that it serves no purpose. We are truly free only when we no longer have a goal in life. Tolerance is the daughter of doubt. Horror is bearable, as long as it is only suffered, but it kills when reflected upon. Nothing can be more alien than the person you once loved. Only the one who has been alone many times knows the happiness brought by encounters with their beloved. Love does not tolerate explanations. It requires actions. Every love wants to be eternal, and that is its eternal torment. Only when you definitively separate from a person do you begin to take a true interest in everything concerning them. It is one of the paradoxes of love. Talking about happiness doesn't take more than 5 minutes. There's nothing more to say except that you are happy, and people talk about misfortunes all night long. One is truly happy only when they pay no attention to time and are not hurried by fear. But even if you're afraid, you must laugh. What else is there for us to do? Happiness is the most undefined and costly thing in the world. Man does not surrender. He is stronger than his fate. The more primitive the human being, the more they believe in themselves. Nothing is lost, I repeated to myself. You can only lose a person when they die. The cynics have the best personalities, the idealists the most intolerable. Doesn't that seem strange to you? The less you boast, the more you're worth. It is wrong to assume that everyone has the same capacity to feel. Remember one thing, you will never, and never again look ridiculous to a woman if you do something for her. There's no need to tell a man that you love him. Let it be expressed by your bright and happy eyes. They say more than 1,000 words. A woman must be idolized or left alone. Everything else is lies. The old rule says, if a woman belongs to another, she is 5 times more desirable than one you can conquer. I was by her side, listening to her, laughing, and thinking how awful it feels to love a woman and be poor. What you can't get always looks better than what you have. That's the romance and idiocy of human life. They say the hardest thing is to live the first 70 years. Then things will get better. Life is a ship with so many sails that it can capsize at any moment. Sometimes you have to break principles, or they won't bring you any joy. It's better to die when you want to live than to live until that moment when you wish to die. Whatever happens, don't take it too seriously. Only very few things matter for a long time. Subscribe.